You definitely made the right choice in picking this video because I'm about to show you one of the coolest travel trailers in 2026. This right here is the Cherokee Mini Loft 27MDK. We have 2 lofts, nice big kitchen and entertainment area, and yes, it comes with its own decks. That's right, this destination trailer is brand new and it is one of a kind. We've definitely seen slide out decks before. There's been some other manufacturers that have made them, but they were off the back. This destination trailer took things a step further and gave you 2 enormous decks right here on the campsite. The awesome thing about this, folks, is it doesn't matter where you take this, where you set it up at, you don't have to have a permanent deck because this one comes with it. Now, during travel mode, these just fold up and sit right up along the side of the RV. Your railing actually has a spot for it to sit right up front, but when it's fully extended, as you can see, you get a ton of extra space. Now, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to set these up, and it does take a bit to set up, for sure. You definitely need 2 people. First of all, there's a safety switch inside, I'll show you that when we go in there, that someone has to be holding while you use the controls, I'll show you those in just a minute too, to be able to extend these out. Second, in order to basically put everything together, make it all fit, again, you need it kind of level for everything to fit correctly. In order to do that, again, you're probably gonna need 2 people. You can do it with 1 possibly, but I'm telling you, it's way, way easier with 2. But I mean, again, you have a ton of space up here. Right up top is going to be TV. So if you want to sit out here, watch TV, you can get like an articulating arm that lets you swing down. You have some speakers up there, awnings across both of your patios here so that you have a good patio coverage or good awning coverage on your patio. You'll also see that you have 2 sliding doors because this patio section is so big. And as you saw, yes, this one does have steps with a door. So you have several different ways to get into this coach because we also have our main door right here as well as the one in the back. Now, when I was talking about the switches, to have these come out, those are going to be located right next to your fixed door entrance right there. So obviously each one will control each of the patios. Let's take a step inside just to kind of show you what we're working with again, because this is a really cool floor plan. Now, there are some things I don't super love, and I'll get into those as well, but for the most part, I think they did an amazing job. I mean, take a look at just how bright it is, right? You have stacked windows on both the side as well as in the back, and of course, with our double slider glass doors, I mean, this thing just lets in so much natural light. And it feels the same in the bedroom. When we go in there, I'll show you. It actually kind of feels a little bit like a fishbowl to me, but it just so many windows, so much natural light. Right back here is a big sectional, so perfect to be able to sit back, relax, lounge on. It comes with an ottoman, which I really enjoy. I wish more manufacturers would do that. You have several spots for plugins as well as USB ports, and then right up top here is going to be your TV. So, you know, you can't have everything. This is one of them that I guess, I'm not super duper in love with, is the TV is really high. Whether I'm watching the TV inside or outside, because the way they had to lay it out, there just isn't a great way to do it. So, personally, my neck would probably get a little bit sore after watching it for a little bit, but, maybe I just have to lay down a little bit more and make it work. You'll also see right up top here is going to be the TV. Couple speakers there. One of your AC units will be there, as you would expect. That is going to be ducted. You also have this nice light fixture. It says Timberwolf across it, a little mirror reflective, just kind of something, spice it up a little bit. Then we get into the kitchen here. We'll get back into the lofts in just a second, but the kitchen right here is going to be your microwave. Right down underneath that is pantry storage, kind of as you would expect, some storage right up top. Wine rack, I do enjoy that. I like to imbibe once in a great while. If nothing else, it looks nicer. It's great for guests. And then you have the large fridge freezer here. So you can see that you have plenty of space there. Double door right down underneath your double door freezer. So you have lots and lots and lots of cold storage. Then going across the way here, so as we take a look, the countertops in the kitchen here are solid surface. You kind of have like this little raised bar top area here as well in case you're making something. You want to serve some guests, a charcuterie board or a beverage, whatever it might be. The industrial faucet, the glass rinser, and you get the workstation style sink here. You know, it comes with all sorts of different attachments. It doesn't have like the vegetable rinser or anything like that some of them do have. But, you know, you do get some of the tray systems here. And then you will also see that it's an apron front. I do like that look. Down underneath, I was a little disappointed here. You know, this is one of the things, like they kind of angled this. I understand why they angled it, because you have your propane detector here. And I don't know if it's like code why you couldn't have moved it over here or what, but I would have loved to have moved that over just to give more space under there so I could have fit a trash can. For me personally, that was a pretty big miss. But, you know, just because, again, if you know me and you've seen my videos, you know that I like to have a spot for my trash can. But, again, that could just be a personal thing, and maybe it's not a big deal. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. A couple of drawers right there, 3-burner cooktop, the oven, and then some storage underneath. One of the things I don't super love is this. You know, I know they were trying to kind of break up the look here, but it just feels a little prison cell-ish to me. You know, I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me, but it's just not my favorite here. Just kind of makes me want to do this, like, help, help. All right, I know, I'm being ridiculous, but again, I'm just not super sold on that. I don't know, again, it's one of those things, let me know what you think. Do you like the way it looks? Is this, you know, something that's trending in residential that I'm just not aware of? Or, you know, they kind of take their own creative liberties here and create the kitchen jail cell? Let me know what you think in the comments. Right up top is some additional storage. You know, this one is, again, a little high. Like, I'm glad they utilized the height here, but at 6 foot tall, you know, even I would struggle to reach some of this. So you're probably going to need a step stool to access, especially right up top there. I do like the fact they put a 14-inch max air fan in here, though, so that way as you are cooking, all the smells and everything are going to just head up and out. And you have a big window here. Again, so many windows in this RV. Now, I am in Florida right now, and I am filming, and folks, it is very warm. You can see those temps. Unfortunately, when I film, I can't have AC on because it destroys the audio. So if I'm sweating horrendously, I apologize. It's just warm. If we take a look at the bathroom, you can see the lights right up top there, kind of coming down underneath. Decent-sized vanity. Again, this is another one, you know, and they have a really large sink here. I would have preferred a little bit smaller sink to have more countertop space. They're very nitpicky, minor, but just, you know, again, one of those small things for me. Let me know, do you folks like a big sink? Do you prefer it? Or would you rather have more counter space? Let me know on that one as well. You can see right here is the tankless water heater control. I do enjoy a tankless water heater. That way you can have essentially limitless hot water in the shower. And there is plenty of ceiling height. You know, I mean, you can, be 6'5" and still be able to stand in there, no problem. In fact, here, let me show you. I do like to drain. I will say that. Kind of a cool drain there. But let me just kind of stand my sweaty body in here. And you can see, right, like, well, maybe not 6, maybe like 6'2", 6'3", you could stand in here. 6'5", probably not. But you do have now, the vent for the bathroom is going to be in the side. The reason for that is because there is a loft up here. So the fact that you do have that much headspace in the shower while still having a loft is pretty impressive. Now, right across the way is going to be the mirrored medicine cabinet there. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have the mirror, you have a mirror here, and you have a mirror above the vanity. But the one above the vanity does not have storage, just the one above the toilet. It is a ceramic, or rather a porcelain bowl. So that way, you know, it's nice and easy to clean. You have a heat vent there as well. And then, so coming over to the control panel, I do want to show you a few things here. One of them is going to be your Bluetooth for your speakers. You will also have your main control panel right here, including tank heaters. Now, bear in mind, that doesn't mean that you can be camping in, you know, single-digit weather without doing a lot of extra to make sure that your water lines don't freeze. But it does definitely help in colder temps. Tank monitoring panel, everything else you need is there. One of the things I really want you to pay attention to is this right here, though. This is that safety switch I was talking about. So the patio decks will not extend. If you're pushing the buttons outside, they will not extend unless someone is in here holding this switch. And the reason for that is it's a safety measure, right? They don't want kiddos or anything being out there and having these big slides come over and, cause damage, or if they're underneath it playing, right, and it starts coming in, they don't, it's just to avoid a really, really bad situation. So while it is slightly frustrating to need two people, I certainly enjoy the safety aspect of it. The steps getting up, I'm not going to lie, are insanely steep. It does have a really big grab handle, which I appreciate, but yeah, I mean, they are very, very, very steep. So just keep that in mind. Coming up top though, this I really like. Far too often when I look at loft models, they have like single beds, really small beds. It's kind of meant for kids. I love that they didn't take that angle here. This bed, if you have adult guests, this is like an Olympic queen, right? It's halfway widthwise between a king and a queen bed. It is an RV Olympic queen, so it's a little short, but you can still sleep two adults here extremely comfortably rather. You also have a fireplace there, so if it's cold, you can turn that on, and that'll do a great job of keeping your guests nice and toasty, and you have storage all the way around there, as well as some open cubbies underneath, which I like. So if you have like duffel bags, you can toss them in there. And then you will also see that you have some electrical outlets on both sides of the bed, as well as the foot of the bed. I would have liked a TV hookup up here for the guests. I'm a little bummed out there's not one, but I guess we'll survive. And then as we kind of take a look over to this side here, you can see that you have additional space. So whether this is for kiddos, if you want to put like a nugget sofa up here or something like that, or just a play area for kids, or just additional storage, this works for all of it. But they did kind of think of a sleeping space for kids, which is why they added an additional electrical outlet as well as a USB port right up there. Making our way back down here. There we go. I did want to mention, I should have when I was up there actually, your second AC is located right there, right? So you have one in front of the fan. I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's one in front of the fan, and then there's one right here. So yes, this unit does come with two ACs. Now in the back is going to be the bedroom. And as I said, for me, it's slightly fishbowl-y, like a lot of windows. But man, oh man, oh man, if you have a nice view out the back, this is incredible, right? Like yes, I'm at an RV show, so I'm looking at RVs, but could you imagine if this was ocean, right? Or, you get to see the mountains. Like, this could be super, super cool. You also have a sliding door here to get out to the patio, as well as a sliding door to a rear entrance. You have another entrance right in here for the bedroom itself. You have some cubby holes over to the side. This storage actually slides this way to open up rather than a swing door. You have a couple more storage spots up top. Then you have a control right here for the bed, and that is to put it up on an angle. Now, yes, if you want to read or something, it can be nice for that. But honestly, I think the biggest advantage is the fact that it just gives you a lot more room to be able to maneuver, to be able to get out to the smaller patio, or again, that rear entrance. The other thing, gotta love this, right? Boom, there you go. You have your combo unit washer and dryer. I'm not gonna lie, combo unit, I don't love nearly as much as a stackable, but I will take something over nothing. So I'm glad that that is in here. But if I had to choose, if I had an option, you can just do laundry 4 times as fast by having separate units. But let me know what you think, folks. Like I said, I think there is a lot that is really cool about this one. It's super innovative with the decks. There's a few things that I think could use a little bit of adjusting, like a little bit more space under the kitchen sink so that you could have a trash can in there. But this right here, having a deck anywhere you go, being able to set it up no matter what, is an absolute huge win. Now, if you want to know price and availability, and I'm sure you do, there is a link in the description. Folks, all you have to do is click on that link. It will show you the mini loft that is nearest you, as well as a very transparent price, show you exactly what you will be paying. So if you're interested, simply click that link. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker. Hope you loved this one. Until next time, we'll see you.